Ken Callender has an early market on the Sydney Cup at Royal Randwick. Kenny.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ken. The market's only just gone up, so it's a bit of a rush, but I think I've got them all for you. Number 1, Dark Czar at $10. Number 2, Air Seattle at $9. Number 3, Cross Swords, $26. Number 4, Quick Ransom, $8.50. Starstruck at $10. Irish Rort at the same. Mystic Cash, Mick Dittman's mount, $51. How long since we've seen Mick on a 50 to 1 chance? Nasabidi, $16. And I'll tell you something about Mick's mount, it's got a chance. $16 Nasabidi, $34 Nasa Rich. Royal Tiara is showing at $11. Number 11 Strike High at $41. Number 12 Super Monarch just on $10. Number 13 Balmaressa is showing $13. Number 14 Dakar is showing at Balmaressa, I'm sorry I gave you the wrong drum there, it's into $11. It's Dakar that's $13. Number 15 Gold Sovereign is at $100. Number 16 Spiritual Star is showing $11. Booked is a scratching, then out to 200 to 1 Oaks Day. I've got that right now. And the bottom one, Stockton Wood, I'm a little bit overs there. He's only showing at $26. In a very, very open Sydney Cup, I thought Air Seattle had a good chance. Gary, what did you think?
Well, I like Royal Tiara. I thought, with 52 kilos on her back, she'll shake the life out of them.
It's no Melbourne Cup field, Maxie Walker, but it's a pretty good field all the same.
Well done, boys. We'll be back to you shortly. Okay, how would you like a...
Yeah, thanks very much, Ken. And I've also got Gary Willits with me. Gaz, you're sticking with the Kiwi?
I certainly are, Ken. She's walking around here, looks nice and relaxed. Number 10.
The Royal Tiara. Me, I'm going for Air Seattle, number 2. The total prices, number 1 Dark Czar from Adelaide is at $10. Air Seattle is at $9.50. $26 Cross Swords. $8.50 Quick Ransom. $10 Starstruck. $11 Irish Rort. Mystic Cash. Mick Dittman, I can't believe Mick at 50 to 1, $51. Nasabidi, $17. Nazi Rich, $41. Royal Tiara, $10. Strike High, $40. Super Monarch, $9.50. Balmaressa, $10. Dakar, $13. Gold Sovereign, $100. Spiritual Star, $11. Booked is a scratching. Oaks Day, $200. And Stockton Wood, TAB number 19 is at $26. Okay, the previous race here at Randwick was the Frank Packer Plate. Let's look at a replay of the closing stages.
Well, at the 200, Juggler drew to the lead over Perfect World, Glide Away running on strongly, followed by Law of the Land and Stay Tuned. Juggler clear with 100 to go. Glide Away running into second place, finishing on strongly, but Juggler with that good turn of foot put 2.5 lengths on Glide Away in the last little bit, and he races away to win another one impressively. Juggler beat Glide Away and Law of the Land.
And there are the happy connections of the winner at the presentation after the race, which was conducted by long-time Packer family friend and employee, Mr. David McNichol, who is now in his 80th year, but looks as sprightly as ever. And he was very complimentary to the owners of Juggler, and I think you should follow Juggler. The Frank Packer Plate won't be the last good race he wins. Kenny Sutcliffe, you should remember that.
I do. I remember his run there a week or so back. A terrific horse. Early in the show, we took you to the top of the mountain in the French
tipping winners. Somebody who's definitely cast in the stayer mould is Kenny Callender. Kenny, what have you got for us?
Yeah, well, thanks for the wrap, Max. I've got with me Gary Willits, and 21 years ago, the Sydney Cup changed Gary Willits' life. Fair to say that, Gary?
Oh, definitely can. And look, I can just remember like it was yesterday. I can even remember doing the preliminary on him.
And the horse you won on, of course?
Oh, Battle Heights.
What a marvel he was.
He was a tremendous horse.
Did he win easily, Gary?
He won by a neck from a horse called Grand Scale, but I think there was 8 lengths back to the third horse.
I wish we had him back here, but we haven't, and these are the horses we have. Number 1 Dark Czar is showing at $10. Air Seattle, $9.50. $31 now for last year's winner, Cross Swords. Quick Ransom at $8.50. $10 Starstruck. $11 Irish Rort. Mystic Cash, a roughie, $51. $17 Nasabidi. $41 Nazi Rich. $9.50 Royal Tiara. $41 Strike High. $9.50 Super Monarch. $10 Balmaressa. $13 Dakar. $100 Gold Sovereign. $11 Spiritual Star. Booked is a scratching. Oaks Day at $201. Stockton Wood at $26. When it comes to 3,200 metre races, the man to see is Bart Cummings. After all, he's trained 9 Melbourne Cup winners, and he's got 2 runners in this race, Super Monarch and Nazarich. Gary Willits caught up with Bart earlier.
Bart Super Monarch, he was a beaten favourite last start, but I think the wet track had a lot to do with it.
Yes, Gary, he at the last start last weekend here, the horses were racing, winning near the lead, and his normal pattern of racing is settled down well back in the field. But they weren't winning that way, and he had a talk before the race and decided to see if he could get midfield or somewhere near that. But being drawn wide, he finished up running about third out of the straight. When they eased the pace, he just pulled too hard and never finished the race off. But fine track today. Hopefully he'll repeat his form in the Manion Cup, where he went from last to first in the straight.
Well, he was certainly very impressive that day. Well, look, we wish you all the best, and I hope we see you in the winner's circle.
Yes, Gary, it's a nice race to win. As you won it about 21 years ago, you was telling me. What was the name of the horse?
Battle Heights. He was a great horse.
Yeah, time goes, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly does.
Okay.
All right, all the best.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
And Bart won this race with the greatest stayer I've seen, Galilee, and he treated his rivals like hacks when he won the Sydney Cup in 1967 after winning the Melbourne Cup 6 months earlier. Gary, there's
what a horse he was. We won the Sydney Cup by about 8 lengths, didn't he, Ken?
Oh, yeah, he was something special. Johnny Miller made 2 runs on him, but he still won easily. And Johnny Miller's wife, incidentally, in a bit of a coincidence, trains Starstruck, one of the runners in this race, TAB number 5. Well, there's going to be a little bit of time here before they go in. Nope, they start to go in. There's Air Seattle going in now, followed by Quick Ransom from the Lee Friedman stable now, formerly trained in England, came out here for the last Melbourne Cup. Well, they go.
Royal Tiara, I just saw go in then.
My word, Gary's tip is Royal Tiara, and my tip is that Johnny Tapp will call a brilliant race. He always does. Here he is.
Thanks, Keno. Yes, the Swept Sydney Cup is coming along for decision. We have 4 or 5 runners to move in. Now, they start this in the 1,000-metre chute where they start so many of the 2-year-old races. And actually, they travel about 900 metres to the winning post the first time and then 1 complete circuit of the track. Now, waiting on Cross Swords to come up, and also Dark Czar, whose colours are rather similar to Royal Tiaras, and Darcher. Darcher is carrying the colours that were carried many, many years ago by a great horse called Windbag. Now they're set. Now the last couple move up. Darcher is about the last one to go into a wide barrier. And the starter, Billy Cooper, looks at his watch, sees that they're right on time, and he's onto his stand and has the button, and they're ready to go. Off and running in the Sydney Cup, a good start, and Gull Sovereign and Darcher wide out are away quickly over Stockton Wood, followed by Cross Swords, Balmaressa. Air Seattle began well and getting through into a handy spot as Royal Tiara soon after the start. Quick Ransom, one of the leaders, followed by Mystic Cash, and Starstruck on the fence is prominent coming around the turn the first time. NASA Rich is next, and then Irish Wrought on the fence, followed by Strike High. Further back is Oaks Day. On the fence then is Dark Czar, followed by Spiritual Star and Super Monarch, and back at the tail is NASA Biddy. Coming around the first turn the first time, about 2,600 metres out, and Gull Sovereign led by nearly 3 lengths to Darcher second. Mystic Cash is third on the fence, 1.5 lengths to Cross Swords, a similar margin to Quick Ransom, who's about 4 deep, and the rider will have little option but to go up closer. Then Stockton Wood, followed by Starstruck. Air Seattle wants to throw his head about on the inside of Royal Tiara. Then Irish Wrought, followed by Balmaressa. Strike High on the outside of NASA Rich, followed by Spiritual Star. Then Dark Czar, Oaks Day, and the last couple, NASA Biddy and Super Monarch. At the judge, they've got a lap to go, and Gull Sovereign is a clear-cut leader. Quick Ransom about to move to a clear-cut second. Mystic Cash third on the inside, followed by Darcher. And then Cross Swords, a little more than 1 length to Stockton Wood, given the run of the race by Lisa Crop. A gap to Royal Tiara. Starstruck midfield on the fence. About 2.5 then to Irish Wrought, followed closely as they go down the side of the track by NASA Rich, and further back then came Balmaressa. Strike High is a good way back at that stage with Dark Czar, followed by Spiritual Star from Super Monarch and Oaks Day, and NASA Biddy is last. They're pretty well spread out in the run to the crossing at the mile. Gull Sovereign is the leader. Quick Ransom second. Mystic Cash is third on the fence as they go to the back, followed by Darcher. Then Cross Swords, who won the race last year. He's in a perfect posse. 1 length away, Royal Tiara, followed by Starstruck, Stockton Wood from Irish Wrought, and then Air Seattle. NASA Rich well back on the inside of Balmaressa from Oaks Day. Then Strike High, Dark Czar, Spiritual Star, Super Monarch, and NASA Biddy is last. Down the back they go with about 20 lengths covering the field. Gull Sovereign in front by 1.5 lengths to Quick Ransom, 1/2 to Mystic Cash, about 2 then to Darcher. A neck away on the fence, Cross Swords. Oaks Day starting a forward move, followed by Royal Tiara. A length to Starstruck, and then Stockton Wood, Irish Wrought, Air Seattle. Further back, NASA Rich, and then Balmaressa, Dark Czar, giving them a tidy start. Then Strike High, followed by Spiritual Star and Super Monarch, and NASA Biddy on the outside as last as they come to the crossing at the 800. The leader, Gull Sovereign, over Quick Ransom. And as they race down past that mark, in third place, Oaks Day, 3 and 4 deep, followed by Mystic Cash from Darcher, Royal Tiara coming into it. Then Starstruck, Cross Swords and Stockton Wood as they start to pack up. Further back, Irish Wrought, followed by Air Seattle. Then NASA Rich, Balmaressa, Strike High, Spiritual Star. Dark Czar well back with NASA Biddy and Super Monarch as last under pressure as they turn for home. Gull Sovereign, the leader, coming over the rise. Got away by 2.5 to Darcher, getting to second. Then Mystic Cash and Quick Ransom, followed by Cross Swords. Here's Starstruck into the clear, running on strongly, followed by Royal Tiara. At the 200, Gull Sovereign, the leader. Darcher and Starstruck are trying desperately to pick him up. Gull Sovereign still in front. Darcher grabs him now. Darcher takes the lead close to home in the windbag colours. Look at Dark Czar jumping out of the ground with Balmaressa, but Darcher held on to win the cup, about a neck to the fast finishing Dark Czar. Third's close, Gull Sovereign or Balmaressa wide out. Starstruck didn't go on. From Irish Wrought, Mystic Cash, Spiritual Star, Super Monarch never in it. Then Quick Ransom, Cross Swords, NASA Biddy, Strike High, Air Seattle, Stockton Wood and NASA Rich and Royal Tiara. Disappointing last home in the swept Sydney Cup.
And the winner, Darcher, if you've backed him upwards of $15 a win and $4.20 the place. As we pick it up, that's Darcher on the outside of Gold Sovereign. Gold Sovereign running his best race for a long, long time for Aaron Kennedy. But Darcher, Brett Preble from Melbourne, gets to the front. Now Dark Czar comes out of the ground in the last few bounds for Wayne Harris and gets to within a neck of the winner. No doubt that the winner is Darcher. Second will be Dark Czar, and will line up third between Balmaressa and Gold Sovereign in this longer range shot. Now that's Darcher getting to Gold Sovereign. Starstruck can't come on in the purple cap. Now Dark Czar, yellow cap further out, and then widest of all is Balmaressa. So it's Darcher hitting the front, getting the cash. Dark Czar dashing home for second, and boy oh boy, it's close for third, Gary Willits.
Oh, it certainly is, and what a great thrill this will be for young Brett Preble.
Okay, it's official now, 14, 1 and 15. Darcher first, Dark Czar second, and Gold Sovereign hanging on for third. Number 15 will pay over $25 for a place in a very exciting 1995 Sydney Cup as we take a break from Royal Randwick.
Well, the Sydney Cup's been run and won. We better have a look at those dividends for you. The numbers 14, 1 and 5. Darcher $15.30 and $4.20. Dark Czar $3.90 and Gold Sovereign paid $25.90. Very handsome dividends, aren't they?